So I just hit a little milestone. I got my 7-day streak of exercise, and I'm recording in my little habit tracker journal here for exercise. And I was thinking about the streak, 7 days. It's might not mean a lot to some people, but it's a little milestone nonetheless, and it got me thinking about why we would want to track our habits. So I read what the king of habits, James Clear, had to say about habit tracking, and I just thought I would try to recall what I learned from what I read, in case it's useful for any of you out there who are interested in tracking habits. So the main reason about why you would want to do this, is to do with measurement. So I think there's that famous quote, what gets measured gets managed, and James Clear talks about the difference between a chef and a home cook, being that the chef is constantly tasting what they're making, and they're getting these inputs constantly to do with flavor and taste, and then they're able to course correct what they're making. And the home cook doesn't do this, and of course there's going to be a difference in the end result, and that's all to do with the difference in measurement and the resulting adjustments. So in terms of habits, it's the same thing, right? So for example, if you've tried the habit of meditating for say 20 days and you haven't seen the results that you wanted, you're not feeling calmer or better, whatever, if you weren't tracking that, you wouldn't know that after 20 days that wasn't any good. So you could say, okay, I'm going to try to do it for 50 days and then see if there's any change. But if you're not tracking, you don't have the information, so you kind of can't really figure out how to adjust and course correct to figure out the output or the result. So that's the why. It's to do with measurement and adjustment. So then there's 3 benefits that James Clear outlines, and the first is that your tracker is a visual cue, like a reminder to actually act on the habit itself. And I've definitely found this to be true, and that's why I like the analog version instead of tracking it on a laptop, because if I see my laptop, that makes me think of loads of different things, my calendar, work things, etc. Whereas this is like a singular recording device, and it makes me think this is my exercise journal dedicated to this singular thing. So that's helpful. And then the second benefit is to do with motivation. So when you, for example, I think this is also true, I now have my 7-day streak of exercise. That feels good. It reinforces the idea that I'm identifying as someone who exercises, as opposed to if I wasn't tracking, I'd just be someone who randomly exercises. And then the third benefit is to do with just satisfaction. So whenever I'm inputting another exercise in here, it just feels good. It's okay, I did a 20-minute swim, or I lifted weights again today, and again it's to do with that compound effect of me having this record and seeing all these pages and pages of my efforts. That is a kind of a satisfying thing for me. So just kind of a positive reminder about what I've done. So hopefully this was helpful. If any of you out there are interested in trying habit tracking, there are some of the things that I've learned by rereading James Clear's advice on it. I'd love to hear your experiences with it and how you do it. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See ya.